Today our topic is what Epictetus taught about freedom. Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher who lived a long time ago, but his ideas are still very important today. He was born as a slave, but he became free later in life. Even though he was a slave, he believed that true freedom comes from inside us, not from the outside world. This is a powerful idea, and it can help us live better lives. Epictetus taught that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This is the key to freedom. If we let our happiness depend on things outside of us, like money, fame, or other people's opinions, we will never be truly free. We will always be chasing something we cannot fully control. But if we focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes, we can find peace and freedom no matter what happens. One of the most important lessons Epictetus taught is that we should not worry about things we cannot change. For example, we cannot control the weather, how other people act, or what happens in the world. But we can control how we think about these things. If it rains, we can choose to be upset, or we can choose to accept it and move on. This is freedom, the ability to choose our response. Another idea Epictetus taught is that we should not be attached to things that can be taken away from us. He said that if we love something, we should remember that it is not ours forever. For example, if we have a nice car, we should enjoy it, but we should also be ready to lose it. This does not mean we should not care about anything. It means we should not let our happiness depend on things that can disappear. This way, we are free from fear and worry. Epictetus also taught that we should not let other people's opinions control us. Many people spend their lives trying to please others or worrying about what others think. But this is not freedom. True freedom is when we live according to our own values and principles, not someone else's. We cannot control what others think of us, but we can control how we live our lives. If we focus on being good people and doing what is right, we do not need to worry about others' opinions. This is a very liberating idea. Another important lesson from Epictetus is that we should not fear difficulties or challenges. He believed that challenges are opportunities for us to grow and become stronger. When we face a problem, we should not see it as something bad, but as a chance to practice patience, courage, and wisdom. This is how we become better people. If we run away from difficulties, we will never grow. But if we face them with a calm mind and a strong heart, we will find freedom even in the hardest situations. Epictetus also taught that we should not complain about life. Complaining does not solve anything. Instead, it makes us feel worse. If something bad happens, we should accept it and focus on what we can do to make things better. This does not mean we should ignore our feelings. It means we should not let our feelings control us. We can feel sad or angry, but we should not let these emotions take over our lives. This is another way to find freedom. One of the most famous quotes from Epictetus is, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a very simple idea, but it is also very powerful. We all face challenges in life, but we have the power to choose how we respond. If we choose to stay calm and think clearly, we can overcome almost anything. But if we let our emotions take over, we will feel trapped and helpless. This is why freedom comes from inside us. It is not about what happens in the world, but about how we deal with it. Epictetus also believed that we should not waste our time on things that do not matter. Life is short, and we should focus on what is truly important. Many people spend their lives chasing money, fame, or pleasure, but these things do not bring lasting happiness. True happiness comes from living a good life, being kind to others, and following our principles. This is how we find freedom and peace. Another important idea from Epictetus is that we should not blame others for our problems. It is easy to blame other people when things go wrong, but this does not help us. Instead, we should take responsibility for our lives. If we make a mistake, we should learn from it and move on. This is how we grow and become better people. Blaming others only keeps us stuck in the past, but taking responsibility gives us the power to change our future. This is true freedom. Epictetus also taught that we should not be afraid of death. Many people fear death because they do not know what will happen after they die. But Epictetus believed that death is a natural part of life, and we should not waste our time worrying about it. Instead, we should focus on living a good life while we are here. If we live according to our values and principles, we do not need to fear death. This is another way to find freedom. Finally, Epictetus taught that we should be grateful for what we have. Many people are always looking for more and more money, more things, more success. But this does not bring happiness. True happiness comes from appreciating what we already have. If we learn to be content with what we have, we will feel free and at peace. This does not mean we should not try to improve our lives. It means we should not let our happiness depend on things we do not have. In conclusion, Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from inside us. We cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can control how we respond to it. If we focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, and our attitudes, we can find peace and freedom, no matter what happens. We should not let our happiness depend on things outside of us, like money, fame, or other people's opinions. Instead, we should live according to our own values and principles. This is how we become truly free. Epictetus' ideas are simple, but they are also very powerful. If we follow his teachings, we can live happier, more peaceful lives. We can find freedom even in the hardest situations. This is the wisdom of Epictetus, and it is still relevant today. Let us remember his lessons and strive to live with courage, wisdom, and freedom.